What's up? Welcome back. I'm John Stark from ActTheMovieGuy.com, your favorite blind film critic, and today I'm going to talk about Arco. This is an Oscar contender from Neon, submitted for my consideration, also submitted for the approval of the Midnight Society, but that was a different time. And I've considered it, and thanks to Neon for giving it to me. It did not have audio description with the screener, which is going to be like a recurring nightmare problem with Neon this year. But they do have an English dub for this, and the dub cast has a bunch of recognizable voices, including Will Ferrell, Mark Ruffalo, America Ferrera, and there's at least one more person that I recognized. Andy Samberg. So yeah, just a couple people in this, and it's a French animated film that is going to take this, I think, the animated feature race by storm because it is so weak this year. It is so weak. I don't think anything is luck except for I can't imagine they don't nominate K-pop Demon Hunters. So finally, towards the end of the year, I start seeing like In Your Dreams, and now I've seen Arco, and I'm like, okay, now I'm starting to see some contenders rise. And I wonder whether or not there are going to be any more between now and the end of the year. If there's going to be like another sort of independent animated feature. Yeah, I think Elio might get in, but it has not been a great year for animated features, just in general. So, but Arco is an interesting film about a kid from the year 2075 who, I think I got that right, who travels back. It might be further in the future. Because if it's just 2075, then we have, like, if this is, I'm kind of thinking, like, did I get the year? Is it like 2175? He's from the future. Arco's from the future, and he falls through time to the past and is found by a little girl, and because he's a little boy, and sort of the adventures that they have together. And there's a group, there's some people who see him and they think, like, oh, is this an alien that's crashed and everything? So it goes through all that kind of stuff, and she is the only one that's really aware, at least at the beginning, of where he's from, and how to try to help get him back there. And they learn things about each other. Like Arco knows how to communicate with birds, and he's fascinated with her ability to draw, which is just a weird thing when you think about it. He's like, oh man, like, we lose art in the future. But and art becomes an oddly important point in the film, by the way. So and we see Arco's parents at the beginning of the film, and they're gonna try to find him, and there are people in, I forget her name. Oh man, it's like right on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, the girl, and yeah, this is an adventure. I liked this movie. It didn't have audio description. I'd love to see it again with audio description. I think this is a contender for best animated feature of the year. I think the only thing that for me is stopping me from voting for it is the fact that I think I liked In Your Dreams about as equally, and that had audio description, so I was able to understand the totality of it. So judging Arco the way that it's asking me to judge it, it's clearly science fiction, which means it has elements that I'm going to need described a little bit more outside of the dialogue, and really all I got was the dialogue. But it's got a really dynamic voice cast. I mean, Neon did not scrape the bottom of the barrel here with the voice talent. They went and got heavy hitters for this, so they want people to show up. I mean, Will Ferrell has the ability to provide some really fantastic voice work for an animated feature. So yeah, they obviously believe in this film. In comparison to their biggest mini major A24, which released The Legend of Ochi, This is way better. This is way better. I gave that film a rotten, and that had audio description, so I was able to fully understand it. I thought that film had a lot of messaging issues and problems. This is cute. It's clever. God, I hope it's not 2075 because, like, his future, like, they live in the clouds. They're like the Jetsons, but by the cloud, but like realistic. So they live in like mountaintops. Um, and so um, it's currently in theaters, but probably not wide release. It opened on November 14th. So I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen anything in terms of box office or a promotional campaign for this that leads me to believe that it was given a wide release yet. I'm gonna guess it goes wider because you don't get this kind of a voice cast, and Neon is capable of a wide release, but it is the kind of film that you want to inch out because it's not DreamWorks Animation, it's not Disney, and Disney's about to open Zootopia 2. So if you want Argo to be out there, you want it to be with, you know, the backing of critics saying one of the best animated features of the year, which really doesn't say much for 2025. It means a whole lot less this year than it does in previous years. So I think, yeah, I still miss my Wild Robot. I feel like Wild Robot would have killed this year. It would have just come through and massacred. If Wild Robot had known Flow was coming and it just moved a year, it easily would have won the Oscar. But yeah, I liked Arco. Arco and In Your Dreams are two films that I would be happy with if either one of them won animated feature. I don't think any of the other films should win. K-pop Demon Hunters feels like it's a fad, and it shouldn't win animated feature. For the same reason, I would say the same thing about like Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. Some of those films just feel like, yes, they should be nominated. Mutant Mayhem should have gotten the nomination, and K-pop Demon Hunters should absolutely be nominated. Sometimes you have to recognize when something is really good and mainstream at the same time. But the artistic vision behind some of these other films is more present in something like Arco. So will international animation win again this year? Possibly. I don't know if this has audio description. I usually am only able to tell when it's playing near me because then I can click on theaters and then look. So as of this recording, I cannot do that. So go. I can't imagine they didn't put it because they dubbed it. Because it's basically an animated film. I can't imagine Neon didn't. I know they're not spending audio description on a lot of their other Oscar contenders this year, but I can't imagine they didn't put audio description on this. So I would just check before going to it. But yeah, if you want to see something with your kids that is adventurous, I don't think that I don't remember anything being like objectionable for like little kids. I just don't think it doesn't pander to little kids. This is more like maybe the eight and up crowd. It's not like preschool, it's not little kids. It's not like one of those things. It's more challenging so that adults can also enjoy it as well. So yeah, I think I'm gonna give Arco like I've given all the animated films about the same grade this year, like a bunch of them all around about the same because I kind of feel about the same about them. I acknowledge that Arco probably would get a bump if it had audio description, but I don't know how much. So I'm gonna give it a 7.9 out of 10 just because I think there's room to grow here in terms of the number and the rating, but do I think Neon's going to rush audio description to me to get like a couple bump in numbers when it's a fresh score? I enjoyed this without audio description. I just thought the script was really cool and inventive, and it was a quirky and clever way picking up on this. And this is the kind of film that I would want my kid to see. So I want your kid to see it. I just hope it has audio description if they're blind, or if you're blind. If you're blind and your kid is not, they'll enjoy it. Just go anyway. I don't know. Wasn't that hard to follow. the only way we're ever going to get anything different than Pixar and DreamWorks and these major studios is if we occasionally acknowledge that somebody else is doing animation aside from them when it's actually really good. And this is actually really good. So if you were somebody who really loved Flow last year and loved how they approached it from a different angle, maybe you'll like Arco just as much. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the other side.